Sorry guys, we were gonna have to have 3 videos, I guess, because I keep getting phone calls and it keeps cutting off my video. Oh, this struggle is real with virtual learning, isn't it, guys? Okay, so anyway, we were on the problem solving. How many children chose baseball or basketball? So those are together. So that means we add. Okay, so we have baseball, which was 3, basketball, which is 5. So we're adding 5 plus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 8 children. So on that line, I'm going to put 8. And at the bottom, it says, look at the bar graph above. Write about the information shown in the graph. So you could say a lot of things, guys. You could say like the most children liked soccer. You could have put the fewest like football. I'm going to put that this graph is about children and their favorite sport. But there's lots of answers you could have put, okay? So that's the one that I put, that this whole graph was all about children and their favorite sport, okay? So guys, let's go ahead and turn the page. I did this one with you over here, and up at the top you had another bar graph. It says use the bar graph. How many shells do the children have in all? In all. So does that tell me to add or subtract? Add, in all. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shells. 14 shells. Now, number 2 we did together because that was the line plot. Now down here, guys, if you didn't have a ruler, remember what we said in class that was centimeters? Was it your knuckle or the width of your pinky? The width of your pinky. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna see how many pinky widths it takes me about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes me about 7 pinky widths to do that rope. Now it might be a little bit more, a little bit less, but we estimated because we didn't have a ruler, did we guys? Or some of you did at home and you were able to get that too. Okay, now over here it says that Noah uses 1 quarter and 2 nickels to pay for a pencil. How much money does he pay for the pencil? Okay, so we have Noah. I know that a quarter equals how much? 25, a big mamma jamma, right? And 2 nickels, a nickel is worth 5. So I'm gonna put my 0.5 twice, my line and my plus sign. Let's see what I'm doing. I see some 5s, so I'm gonna count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, right? So I'm gonna put my 5 at the bottom, my 1 up top, and it looks like I have 2 plus 1, which is 3, so 35 cents. And you know that we put our dollar sign, 0, and a decimal, because that's the big 2nd grade way, right? All right, guys, give me a high five if you got that. You guys did awesome, I'm sure. All right, now, guys, we're gonna turn over today to the next page, which is 678. So we're gonna be doing these 2 pages today. We're gonna be creating our own graphs, okay? So let's take a look at the top in pink. Okay, now they went ahead and labeled this graph for you, but let's read. It says, Abel read 2 books. Giange Gianj, I think that's right, read 4 books. Kara read 1 book, and Jamila read 3 books. Complete the bar graph. Well, they've already given you the title, books read. They labeled the side, number of books, and they have the children at the bottom. Well, it looks like Kara and Jamila are still blank. So we need to color up with our pencil or whatever you're using to show what Kara and Jamila. And it says Kara read 1 book. So I'm going to color up to the number 1. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys, just so you can see it, to show that Kara read 1. Now Jamila, it says, read 3, right? Yeah. So I'm going to color up to the number 3 to show that she read that many books. Okay? So we've completed the bar graph. Now down at the bottom, guys, you can see that they have given you the answers for the top, the side, and the bottom because it's given you an idea of how to do it on your own on the next page. Well, let's look here. It says, Ella is making a bar graph. Show the kinds of pets her classmates have. So she entitled this Our Pets, which makes sense because that's the kind of pets her classmates have. On the side, she put number of pets. Down at the bottom are the types of pets. So we have to fill in the rest of the bar graph here. It says 5 classmates have a dog. 7 classmates have a cat. So we're going to go to cat at the bottom, and we're going to color up to 7. 7 classmates have a cat. Okay, and I just did it real quick like. Now, the next one, it says 2 classmates have a bird. So I'm going to go to the bird, and I'm going to color up 2 blocks to the number 2. Looks like my marker's trying to go out too. Okay. And then the final one, it says 3 classmates have a fish. So I'm going to take the fish and I'm going to color up to the number 3. Okay. So now let's look. It says write labels and draw bars to complete the graph, which they've got the labels for you. You can trace over that if you want. Number 2, how will the graph change if one more child gets a bird? So if one more child gets a bird, I'm going to use a different color so you guys can see that. So if I go to bird and I get one more child having it, it would look like this. So how does the graph change? Who are the same now? Looks like bird and fish, right? So at the bottom, I would put that now bird and fish are equal. I'm going to use that big 2nd grade math vocabulary word because that means the same. So now bird and fish are equal. So the equal amounts have that. Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to page 679, okay? 679. Now, I'm going to help you label these, okay? And then you can fill them in on your own. Now, these graphs went up. These are just going to go across your page. So it's the same thing except for they're going across, okay? So let's look at the information. It says Dexter asked his classmates which pizza topping is their favorite. So what do you think the title of this graph should be? Favorite pizza toppings, right? So at the top, that's the title. So we're going to put favorite pizza toppings. Okay? Because that's the title, because that's what we're looking at. Favorite pizza toppings. Now, in the graph already, guys, I see that we have peppers, meat, mushrooms, olives. What do you think those are? Those are the types of toppings. So I'm going to turn my book so I can write on the line, and I'm going to put toppings because those are the types of toppings that they chose. Okay, now what do you think these numbers at the bottom represent? Those are the number of children or classmates, right? So I'm going to put number of classmates. Okay? Now, let's fill in one together, all right? And then you can do the rest on your own. Favorite pizza toppings. Those are the types of toppings, and then the number of classmates. So the first one says 4 classmates chose peppers. So we're going to color over to the 4. Just real quick to show that 4 kiddos chose that peppers were their favorite. I like peppers on my pizza too. Do you guys? I like everything though. If it's pizza, I'm eating it. Okay. See that? So you go ahead and fill in the rest, and then I want you to answer the 2 questions at the bottom, okay? And we'll check that together tomorrow. So you just have that rest of that page to do, okay? So you can pause this video and you can go ahead and do this page, or you can go back to it and you can come along right with me, whichever one you want, okay? So if you're coming with me, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. And I'm going to get my flimsy book out. My flimsy book. Now, my flimsy book is going to be on page 49. 49. Okay? Because we have our pirate R words, don't we? R, me matey. So, R. Now, your directions today. It says, sort the spelling words by the number of letters in each word. So let's look over here at number 1, car. How many letters are in the word car? 1, 2, 3. So it's going to go under that big number 3. Car. Okay, so I'm going to circle number 1 because I already looked at it. Number 2, dark. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put it underneath the big number 4. Dark. And I'm going to circle that. Now, guys, I'm pretty confident you can go through and do each one of those, and I will check those with as you send them the pictures in to me, okay? So let's just do one for 5. I'm going to skip down, and it looks like number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has 5 letters in it. So you'll have an example for each one. But I'm going to let you do this one on your own because it's a pretty easy sort, okay? Now, down at the bottom, it says, now add to your list. Add 2 AR words that you know to each column. So we're going to think of some more AR words that aren't on our list, okay? Now, it looks like we've got a lot of them that are up there, don't we? You know, I don't see the word bark. B-ark. B-A-R-K. So that would be under the 4 letters. So I'm going to put that there. What about the word... They have the word yarn. Yarn. Y-A-R-N. That would be another 4. don't see the word tar, like sticky tar, T-A-R. I don't see the word par, like when you're golfing. A par means that you had the number of strokes that it took to get to the hole. So that would be another 3-letter one. Now, guys, if you can think of other ones, by golly, you go for it, okay? So I'm just giving you some examples, and you can show me if you have any other words. Now, for the 5, if I put an S on barks, it's already 4. Add one more, it would be 5. That could go. What about, you could put an S on a lot of these, like yards, parks, right? What about if we put parts? If you have more than one part, it's parts. So those are just a few examples that you all can use, but if you can think of some better words down at the bottom, go for it, and I will check these as you send them in. All right, kiddos, if you want to, you can pause this video and finish this page, and then whenever you push play, I'll be right here. Okay, so we're going to go on to page 56, and we're gonna do this one together. 56. 5, 6, 56. Now we're going to continue the commas. We've learned about commas and dates, so we don't have that big, large number at the end. And we learned yesterday about putting commas in between cities and states. Now, we're going to put commas where they need to be in a friendly letter. So some of this is going to be new, and some of this is going to be stuff you already know, okay? So let's read this together and see if we can figure out where the commas need to be, okay? It says, read this letter if, it needs 5 commas, so it gives you a hint. Write each comma where it belongs in the letter. And we'll see if my green pen will work, okay? It says, Dear Gia. Now, guys, we talked about this way back whenever we wrote letters to Santa, right? And whenever we said, Dear Santa, that was the greeting. So we needed to put a comma after our greeting, after saying hello. So that's 1 comma. We have 4 more left to find. On May 2nd, 2012. Oh, that's one we know, right? We have to put one in between the date and the year, or it would be 22,012. It's a big number. All right, so let's keep going. That's 2. We have 3 more. I visited Miami, Florida. Do you know where it goes? Yes, in between Miami and Florida. 2 more left, guys. We had fun. I think you will like Tampa, Florida, too. Do you see another place? Tampa and Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have 1 more. Your friend, Ben. Now remember, when we wrote our letter, we had a greeting and we had a closing. So whenever you say goodbye, you also have to put a comma before your name. So I think we found all of them, didn't we? Now, down at the bottom, guys, it has some places. So this is just a review. Number 1, the flower shop is in Portland, Maine. So do you see a city and a state on that one? Yes, in between Portland and Maine. And I love how most of you wrote those on the line for some extra. Good job. Miss Longman calls from Los Angeles, California. Do you know where we need to put that one? Because that one could be tricky. Los Angeles goes together. So right after that one, right before the state of California. And number 3, Frank Richards visits Seattle, Washington. Do you guys know the city and the state of that one? Seattle and Washington. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. Good job, kiddos. And like you said, every time, if I go too fast, you can always pause and catch up with me, okay? Now, guys, I'm going to put my flimsy book away. I'm going to get out my hardback reader, and I'm going to turn to the Sign Maker's Assistant. I have loved seeing pictures of you reading and of those signs. So good job, guys. Now, Sign Maker's Assistant starts on 126. I'm going to hold my place there, but I am going to turn to my classroom conversation page on 152. Classroom conversation. Okay, so today we are going to answer question number 2. It says, why do you think Norman is sorry for tricking the town? Explain your answer using text evidence. So what happened in the story that let you know Norman is sorry? What did he do, and why should he be sorry for it? So write your answer. You can do it on your dry erase board, or you can do it with a paper and pencil. Anything that you want, guys, to do, you can do that. And I will check that as you give it into, or send it in to me, and read your story to someone, with someone, using your animal print, an animal on your shirt, or your safari gear. That would be awesome, and send it in to me. Okay, so that is your reading assignment for today, guys, answering question number 2. Okay, now I have a special treat, guys, coming up hopefully on Friday. I'm going to try to set up where our class can log in and do a Zoom, which is a live video chat with everybody on it. And I will send you some more information as it gets closer to Friday. So if you're interested in logging in and saying hi to all of us live, I will send you the login information. The only thing that you'll need to do is on a tablet or an iPad or a cell phone, go to your app store and download the Zoom app, okay? It's free, and then I will send you a password that you can put in, and we'll have a live chat. Because I miss on our Fridays, guys, how we used to do good things. You guys would tell me some good things that were happening. So be thinking about 2 good things you could share with our class on Friday, okay? And Kai will be on with me. So like I said, go and download the Zoom app, and on Friday, we'll come together. I'll tell you the time, and I'll tell you the username and the password that you guys can log in, and hopefully I can see you guys live, and we'll chat together in person, okay? So be looking for that. I will put that on the Remind app as well as on Thursday's YouTube video, okay? So tomorrow, whenever you log in and you do the YouTube stuff with me, I will give your username and password, okay, kiddos? All right, guys, thanks for tuning in and doing the Wild Safari Day. I love you and I miss you. Have a great day. Mwah.